Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is occupations and autumn. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we need to sanitize. Remember, when we sanitize, we are trying to stay safe and far away from coronavirus. So sanitize as regularly as possible. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about problem solving and connect the dots. For our lesson today, let's start on page 26. On page 26, we are going to be doing some problem-solving sums. Now, these ones are multi-step, which means that we have to add or subtract first before we actually try and find our answer. We are going to do number 1 together. So let us read number 1. Number 1 says, Mario had 2 boxes of pencils with 40 pencils in each box. He gave 6 pencils to his brother. How many pencils did Mario have left? Let's read this one again. Mario had 2 boxes of pencils with 40 pencils in each box. He gave 6 pencils to his brother. How many pencils did Mario have left? So remember, the first thing that we have to do with a problem-solving sum is to first read it to understand the story. The second time we read it is to try and find our numbers. In this case, our numbers are 40 pencils in each box, and then 6 pencils were given to his brother. As we are reading it a second time, we need to decide whether we are adding or subtracting first. In this case, we need to start with addition. And what are we going to add? Well, it says that each box had 40. So we need to add 40 plus 40. So as we are writing it on our lines, we will start with 40 plus 40. This will give us the total number of boxes, or the pencils inside the 2 boxes. So we are going to say 40 plus 40. Let us start with our units. We say 0 plus 0 equals 0. So we put a 0 underneath. Then we move on to our tens, which we say 4 plus 4. And 4 plus 4, my children, is, what is 4 plus 4? 8. Well done. So now we know that we have 80 pencils in both boxes. So we have done the first part. This is why it is multi-step, because this is not our answer, boys and girls. We still need to find our answer. So we are holding on to the 80, but we are told that Mario gave 6 to his brother. So now we need to subtract. And what we are going to subtract is 80 minus 6. Now we already know that we have 80. So instead of going all the way and counting on the number line, we are going to write our 80 here. And then we are going to draw 6 sticks. Let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now that we have our 6 sticks, we're not just going to count all the way from 1 to 80. That will take us too long. Instead, we are going to use the method of counting backwards, because we want to know how many pencils were left. So from the 80 that we got by adding the 2 boxes of pencils, we are going to take away 6. The 6 that Mario gave to his brother. So as we go along, we're going to cross them out and we are counting backwards. So let us start. We have 80, which means the next number counting backwards is 79. So let us count. 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74. So we know that if we take away 6 from 80, which means 80 minus 6, we get 74. And that is our final answer. But because we just don't want numbers, boys and girls, we need to make sure that we write the whole thing correctly. So we say 74 and you're going to write it as 74, and then you write pencils, because that is what we were counting. Pencils. And then we say 70 pencils are left. Now it's important when you're doing a problem-solving sum to complete it with a sentence, so that your answer is in line with the question. So here we go. We have our answer and we have written a beautiful sentence for it. We have said 74 pencils are left. So I'd like you to please take your time. When you're done with this sum, please go back again and read the problem-solving sum. Remember, we are going to be doing more than one step to get our answer. Like what we did here, the first step was to add 40 plus 40, so we can find out how many pencils there were all together. Then the second step was to subtract 6 from 80, and we got our answer, which was 74. And then after that, we finished our problem-solving sum by giving a complete answer, which is 74 pencils are left. So I would like you to please take your time with your problem-solving sums. Use your counters if you have enough. Count backwards if you need to. And when you are deciding whether you are adding or subtracting, make sure that you think carefully. If you're not sure, you can try both ways and see how the answer comes out. But you must also decide whether you're going to do a subtraction for the first step or a multiplication for the next step. Any other step after that will lead you to the answer. So now that we are done with that, for now, let us now move on to page 27. On page 27, we have a beautiful leaf, but it is missing a lot of its parts. So it's going to be your job to connect the dots. Now, as you can see, it starts at 1, and I would like to show you how you can move from one number to another. Now, I have it here on the board, so I'm going to do the first 15 numbers for you. We have number 1 right here at the top. Now, number 1 to number 2 can be a straight line. And then we move to number 3, which is down at the bottom. Please make sure that if you're going to use straight lines, you make them as straight as possible. You can actually use a ruler if you like, or you can use your hand, free hand, like what I'm doing. Sometimes it's very interesting though to make sure that when you connect the dots, you can have a little curve, just like the leaf would. And I keep going down. If you can, try hard not to lift up your pencil, and you keep going down. And remember, it's the dots that we are connecting, not the numbers. The numbers are only helping us to make sure that we stay on track. So I have done half of my leaf, and I'm going to leave you to do the rest. And then when you're done, you can even color your leaf. Now, autumn leaves come in many different colors, and as you can see, we have brown, red, green, and orange. So you can color your leaf any of these autumn colors. When you're done, make sure that it is beautiful, and remember, when you color, it's either across, which means side to side, or up and down. Have fun with both exercises. Take your time for both exercises, and I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I hope you had so much fun. I know I did. Remember, if you are not sure or you don't know what to do, it's okay to ask an adult for help. Just make sure that you end up doing your work by yourself. Now that we are done, we need to sanitize. We can also use our sanitizer every time when we are done touching something that we know someone else will touch. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, Sashi said he was coming to visit me. Sashi, where are you? Oh, there he is. Hello, Sashi. Oh, where are you going? So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today, and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.